All right, everyone. We're here with our next stranger. So, could you tell us your name and a little about yourself?
My name is John. I'm 23. I'm from Texas, the United States.
Texas. All right.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I stream on Twitch, so I'm a full-time content creator.
Do
I really enjoy playing video games, browsing YouTube, hanging out with friends. That's
do
pretty
are
much it.
do you make money from Twitch?
I do.
Oh my God! How do you do it?
I just click go live and be me.
Oh my God! How did you start getting into it? Like, what was the thing that yeah, propelled you into it?
Um, I guess I saw like a bunch of the bigger streamers doing it, and I saw that people like were connecting with them, and they were like having a great time and just being friends. So I figured, if they can do it, why can't I? And then I guess it just kind of barreled into the bigger thing, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
or just became part of what I wanted to do.
Okay, 1 second here. I'm just gonna go to a separate room just quickly, and then yeah, hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. I'll only be like a few minutes. Do not worry. Sorry. Okay. Just get some time here. Oh, dude, it's so nice out here. I'm visiting Oregon from Florida, and Florida is so awful compared to Oregon. It's just like so nice here, the mountains and stuff. But so
Okay.
what can you hear me? It's kind of windy.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you what games do you prioritize playing?
I play World of Warcraft and Overwatch.
All right, dude. Man. So what, like down in Texas, what is life like down there compared to other places, you think? Like what makes Texas different?
What makes Texas different? I think Texas is definitely one of those states where you're gonna find a little bit of everything anywhere you go. So like the town I live in, you're gonna find it's really diverse. You're gonna find different kind of cultures, different kinds of religions, and it's like you'll find them right next to each other. But the good thing is everyone gets along, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like Texas is definitely accepting, like no matter who you are or what you're about or who you are, it's accepting. It's nice. It's friendly.
A lot of people, like I come from like the mid-Atlantic states, like, and I'd say a lot of people would look at Texas and say like, oh, like it's the conservative state where illegal immigrants are kind of like thrown in jail, and it's like highly religious and stuff. And I mean, is there any validity to that? And but also like, what's the other side of the coin with all of that?
I feel like that's the stereotype that people put on Texas. I feel like that's definitely Texas is definitely conservative. It definitely is. There is definitely some injustice that happens in Texas, but I think that people choose to see the worst side of Texas other than the great side of Texas because along with that, there's also a lot of great things about Texas, and there's a lot of movements going around in Texas, and there's a lot of things going behind the scenes that I guess the media doesn't put out there. People choose to look past that makes Texas as great as it is.
Could you talk a little more about that? Like I think you touched on it earlier, but like yeah, like what it's like the reason I started this channel in the first place is because like people from across the aisles aren't listening to each other as much as they could, and I think that's because of like the separation geographically as well. So like in Texas, what are the things that are being done there that you think that more liberal states could look at as innovative?
I always when people always ask me what's the thing about Texas that makes it different, I mean, I always tell them look at Austin, Texas. Like keep Austin weird. The pride parades that they have there, everything that they have there is just Austin is like I feel like the liberal hub of Texas. Like that's where it's all happening. That's where everything is changing in Texas. Like I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot we could learn from Austin, Texas, just with the community in general. And that's just not saying like like politics or
But
it's
like
just the
art,
people there.
Yeah,
Yeah, art definitely. Austin is also the live. I think it's the live music capital of the world or of America, something like that.
oh,
But I mean, you have everything in Austin. I mean, live music, art, just everything.
wow.
It's a great place.
So one thing that I talked to a lot of people about on here is like is bullying, because I talk to a lot of like kids on Omegle. There are a ton of kids, and but like you're 23 and everything, and you seem like very put together and very articulate and smart. And for you, what role did bullying play in your life? And do you think it's led you to the point where you are today?
Um,
Big question.
I mean, I mean, I can't lie and say that I feel like bullying is something that everyone goes through, and me personally, I was actually a bully, which is I was a bully. So I never got bullied growing up. I did the bullying, which I feel like
Mm.
is wrong, you know, like kind of saying that out loud kind of makes me feel like shit, but
Could you? Well, that's interesting. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. Continue.
yeah, no, and I guess that like looking back on that like in high school, cuz in high school is really where it happened. In high school looking back on that, I feel like I just wanted to be kind of heard, you know what I mean? And I've just channeled that in a negative way. But what I've learned from that is that being heard, you can be heard in a lot more other ways. And I guess that's kind of what led me into streaming as well as like trying to be a positive impact. Don't get me wrong, like I love like the playful banter and hanging out. Anyone in my community can tell you that I'm all for it, you know, joking around, having a good time. But I definitely am against bullying, and it's kind of hard for me to relate to anyone that's been bullied because I mean I haven't really been in that situation of being bullied, but I can tell you that that kind of is what led me to want to be a better person or try to be a
Yeah.
better person.
So now looking back and knowing that being wanting to be heard was kind of the reason, like moving forward now and kind of like looking at how maybe we can stop bullying or curb it or make it less intense. What do you think would be some ways forward as to how to how to approach that issue?
I don't want to sound like a bad,
No, no, no.
but I feel
Just
like that
respectful.
bullying is I feel bullying is something that's inevitable. Like it's going to happen, and there's not really it's not a sickness or disease. There's not a cure to bullying, you know what I mean? I mean, we can run commercials and we could preach it to children like, hey, you don't need to be bullying people, but in reality people are going to bully people. And in a sense I feel like that's what helps those people become stronger in a sense. Like I'm not saying that's why I did it, but I feel like it's something that everyone has to go through or experience in some way, shape, or form, or do that to someone else to kind of really understand who they are. And it sounds really bad the way I'm putting it, but I feel like it definitely plays a part in who you become after schooling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess I'm interested, like, um, when you were younger, like, I'm trying to kind of trace these lines back. It's like you wanted to be heard, and maybe that was one of the reasons why you did that. Did you feel like you weren't heard very much at home? Like, do you have many siblings, or, like, are your parents together, or, like, what is that situation like, if I could ask?
Um, no, my parents actually divorced when I was younger, when I was 2. And I grew up with my mom. I had 3 other siblings, but I'm the youngest by 10 years.
Oh,
So, it never was anything at home that like made me not want to be heard. I didn't really ever have like a really strong bond with my mom or really like strong bond with my dad. I'm kind of the outcast in my family. My family is the stereotype of Texas, as we touched on before.
yeah.
So my family's really conservative, very, very, very country. Um,
Hmm.
really like have buried their roots in a small hometown, very into the church, very into religion. And then there's me, you know, the tattooed guy who with colored
Yeah,
hair.
the
You know, I'm not
independent
really
thinker.
the
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So no, I guess it wasn't. I don't know. I guess it was a sense to be heard, and I guess not having that connection with my siblings or my parents kind of resulted in that. I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying. I'm, like this is it. Like, it's just this is just an experiment of kind of like just bouncing ideas off of things and just trying to get to the root of all of it because it seems like that there's so much hatred in the world, and I think that hatred comes from like a from people unintentionally getting hurt by others who had the best intentions of loving or of loving but not knowing how to, and I'm just like trying to get to the bottom of all that. What are some like kind of bigger like social issues that you pay attention to, or if there are any, and if not, like what are some issues that you enjoy talking about?
To be honest, before before like this whole pandemic or anything, I would have had a million things to talk about, social wise on what's going on. But now I feel like having this time where we've been on lockdown and I haven't had social interaction as much as like like face to face, and it's all been like through text or phone calls and internet. Um, I can't really. I guess it's. I don't know. I can't really think of anything because right now I can really say like the first time in a long time I'm at peace, just because this kind of time has helped me find who I am. Because before this whole thing I was kind of lost. So this kind of helps me become. It's helping me see who I am and who I want to become. Whether that's through Twitch or just as a person. You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't really off the top of my head think
No.
of any issues that are happening, because I'm so focused on me. And that sounds selfish, but focused on me, the community that I have that I'm building on Twitch, um, and just trying to better myself and the people around me.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's selfish at all. I think it's natural, like to be able to help the world in a good way. You first have to treat yourself well, and
yeah,
like you have to take time for yourself and know thyself, and it sounds like that's what you're focusing on, and that's nothing to be ashamed of. It's something to be really proud of. And like in terms of like the whole COVID thing happening, and really the like real creatives are finding this to be a time to really come into their own, and I think that's a sign for you that's like that's who you are, like you're a creative dude.
yeah.
I mean, your body is literally
Try to
like
be.
an art piece, you know what I mean? It's like
Oh yeah,
the tattoos. But
yeah. There's a bunch of them.
at least that's how I see it. I see like a moving art piece.
No, you're
Um,
actually the first person that's ever said it in that way, and that's the exact way that I feel about it. Like, a lot of my tattoos aren't tattoos that I got because I was happy. A lot of the tattoos I've got because I was really depressed or really in a really tough spot in life, and it's just kind of a instead of looking back on those like instead of looking back on it like, oh yeah, and feel sorry for myself, that's it's kind of a way of marking myself and just showing everyone like, look, this is like part of my language, but this is the shit I've been through, like this is the real me, like this the shit I've been through, like I'm not hiding anything. And I feel like that's something that's always been important to me, is not hiding anything and being really transparent with everyone. People in my community can tell you I'm pretty transparent person. I'm always gonna say how I feel. um, I don't really have a filter when it comes to things. I'm just like it's. I'm gonna say what I say. But no, definitely, I feel like this time has helped me develop into a better me and realize, what I really want. And yeah, I guess the tattoos are definitely something that just kind of make me who I am. You know,
hmm.
a lot of people. A lot of people see them and they're just like, "Oh, dude, you're freaking tatted. That's cool, man." Or "You're edgy," or "That's fucking dope." And it's just like, I don't really bother telling people the real reason behind my tattoos, because I feel like it won't turn into them being interested. It'll turn more into them like, oh, he feels bad for himself, or oh, now I feel sorry for him.
Yeah, or if there are
But
like
yeah,
other people with tattoos, if there are other people with tattoos like kind of dick measuring, just like, oh, well, how about this tattoo or that tattoo, or it's like
um,
not so much.
there's some people like that. I feel like the people that are like that are the people that claim they're tattooed, but they have like three tattoos, like maybe three big pieces. But I feel like the people in like the tattoo community, other people who are tatted or just covered, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of all the same. There's a lot of people out there I seen and that I talk to that are covered, just blasted with tattoos, and all their tattoos have a more darker meaning than what they tell people. Because for a long time, I would make up stories about my tattoos. Like someone would be like, "Oh, why'd you get that tattoo?" And then instead of telling them the real reason, I'd be like, "Oh, you know what? I just like the way it looked, or I always this for this person, or just some cliche tattoo story that people always say." But I feel like I don't have to be that way around other people with tattoos, because they're gonna have a story that's just as personal as mine. So I guess it's more of like a trading, getting to know someone, on a deeper level, because they don't go away. You can't wash them off. Like I'll never be able to wash away save me from me. You know what I mean? I'll never be able to
Mm-hmm.
wash that away. Like that's with me for life. And I feel like whenever other tattooed people see that, it's just a deeper understanding of that person.
Mm. Oh, John, that's awesome, man. Do you write?
No, no, not at all. Not in a long time. I used to write all the time, actually.
Do you have any interest in it, like right now?
Um, I mean, writing's always been something I've been into. Like
Mm.
reading, writing. I haven't read in a long time either, but I mean, maybe pick it up someday. Yeah, as a
Yeah,
hobby, more of a hobby.
you speak from the heart. That's why I say that. Is like the best
I what?
writers. You speak. Oh, sorry. Is it really windy here? Can you hear the
Just a
wind?
little bit.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let me just go back inside. Um. Yeah. No. It's like. I think the best writers speak from the heart. And yeah, we need more of those in life. Okay, I think my friends are gonna start getting on
All
me.
right.
So, but it was really nice talking to you, dude. And yeah, if you want to, I would love to actually have an extended uh, conversation with you because I feel like I could. Yeah, if you want to send me a picture of yourself for the thumbnail to the video, you can send it to that email, buildingbridges505 at Gmail.
Look, I'll send you my email as well.
Awesome. Scooms Gaming. Awesome, dude. And I'll uh could you actually put your Twitch account
Yeah,
if you'd like? If not, that's fine too. Um and Scooms. All right, dude.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
best of luck to you, dude. And
Thanks,
yeah,
man. It was a good talk. It's
yeah.
definitely a change in what was going on. And something even funnier is I'm actually sitting in a Discord call with how many people are in here? Six now? With six? Or no, one. Is there set? How many people are in here? Three, four, five, six. With seven or six? With six people, and they're actually hearing us talk right now. Um, and this is the first time I've ever opened up like that to anyone in my community. So, yeah. So they just heard our entire conversation, and they're sitting in Discord watching. I'm screen recording you, not screen recording,
Oh,
but streaming it. I'm streaming this entire
wow.
conversation and the chat and Amiga. We were doing it for fun, just fun, like joke time, and it definitely
Yeah.
took me off guard, man. This definitely just took a whole 180, bro. Like it got all deep. That was awesome, dude. Yeah, but it was yeah.
Well, cool, man. Like you're very present, and that's probably one of the reasons why you have so many followers. Is like you take what comes, and that's scary, but it's also awesome. So, anyway, man, it was nice talking, and I'll be seeing you soon. Shoot me a picture for the thumbnail.
I got you.
All right,
Okay.
dude. All right, bye, everyone. See you,
Later,
John.
man.